Hey Rockstars, Kenzie here. Thanks for being with us on this beautiful June Tuesday evening. Today is the 16th of June, which means if you did not do your LRP order by the 15th, you snooze, you lose. You don't get the sweet tea tree. How do you pronounce it? Somebody help me because I've been getting it wrong all week. Does anyone know how to say it? Because it comes out of my mouth like a neroli or and so it sounds confusing for what it is. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce
I
it
like
either.
it though. It's green. If you're one to drink tea tree when you are not feeling up to par, this is a much smoother option, and I'm really excited about that. And I've been liking just playing with it. So remember, you can get the Immortelle all the way through the end of the month with a 200 PV order. So make sure you're doing that. The Mother's Day kit is still available. The Citrus Bloom kit is sold out, but you can still get a couple of the individual products. The Father's Day kit is still available. As far as updates, know that starting tomorrow morning, when you're on your phone and you go to doTERRA and log in, you'll be on the new mobile preview. There's a button there that you can click to switch back to the old back office if you'd like. So if you get on there and you are feeling a little overwhelmed by that, you can click back and switch back, but they are going to default everyone to the new one. So just know that. Last week I asked Shannon if she would graciously join us with her presence and talk to us about personal development. Shannon always seems to have a lot of insight and a lot of experience over the last year or so. Shannon and I have done several calls together where we've focused on personal development. So I thought tonight we'd hear from her and see where she's at and what she has to share with us. Maybe some recommendations on what we can do to go inward so we can go outward to build our business. So Shannon, take it away.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. I about had a heart attack at the end of our last call. Not gonna lie, I was like, LaTaryn, did she say Shannon? I think she said Shannon. So it was awesome. Super nervous about talking in front of people. I know if you know me, you're probably like, shh, whatever. But super, super nervous. So I will probably talk fast. I will try my darndest not to cuss out loud because I'm kind of a truck driver, and it's only Tuesday. So I was at work all day until like 6, and then I went for a 4-mile walk, because I'm really, really awesome at procrastinating. And so my 4-mile walk took like, an hour and a half. And I was like, all right, 7 o'clock, I got to get this stuff done. And then that's what happens, right? My computer doesn't work. But anyway, so I have done a lot of healing in the last 10 years. I will probably put a post. I had to ask my child. I did put it out there to a different group. Just kind of a healing moment for the last decade. So I'll probably post that if you guys want to see the pictures that I downloaded from 10 years ago, before that, and then like my new business picture, or even the Ripple picture that we took, completely night and day different. So I will post that because I have her permission. I was supposed to do it last weekend. I didn't hear her say it was okay. So super personal. So I have been using doTERRA or doing doTERRA for 7 years, not the whole time for the business, because I had a lot of work to do. Self-development is absolutely key to doing a business or doing anything for yourself, and belief is huge. And so you cannot do anything, which I've learned in the last probably 4 years. Most of what I have done, and this has been in the last 2 or 3 years for self-development. And I don't know, the universe just kind of kept telling me things, and I absolutely have always believed in the universe. If you see something, like, some people are like, oh my gosh, I saw a cardinal. Oh my gosh, I saw a yellow feather in my, in my pathway. Oh my gosh, this is like so resonated with me. So it probably started a lot of work. I don't know if Iris is on here. I can't see everybody since I'm on my iPad. probably 3 years ago. And like I said, you guys, I have come from a dark place of hell 10 years ago. So I had a lot of freaking work to do. And so there was this awesome lady from Alaska that was doing GEM. And it just kept coming up and kept coming up. And I don't know if you guys know who I am, but I'm a single mother of 2 teenagers. I'm also a foster parent. And so I work in social work, work in crisis response for 10 years of my life, working with people with suicidal ideation and drug abuse and addiction and I was the 24-hour-a-day crisis person, right? And so a lot of empathy. Obviously, I'm an empath. I can help everybody else. I suck at internalizing and helping myself. And then, that dark place of hell comes and you really have to start working up the ladder or bad things are going to happen. So anyway, fast forward to 3 years ago with GEM. And from the very beginning of doTERRA, my first convention, we talked about lifelong vitality. And my second convention, we talked about the emotional set of oils. And I was full of pain, full of emotions, right? And that convention was absolutely incredible. I always knew in my heart that emotions and pain were connected. But it was like listening to them in the front going, emotions and pain are connected. Depression and addiction are connected. Mental health and substance abuse is connected, and your pain most likely is emotions. It's kind of like and I talk about this in classes, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Who knows if mental health started the pain? Who knows if fibromyalgia is actually mental health issues? And so people try to work on things, and then other things kind of come up. And so that's kind of why I started with doTERRA, was because of pain, and Deep Blue was absolutely phenomenal for me. And so GEM, I have felt my entire life from junior high. You guys, I can't even remember my childhood. I have no memories of probably before junior high. I have no idea we'll have to work on that for a lot of years. But junior high, 2-3 years ago, I felt like I had a 50-pound bag of dog food on my shoulders all the time. I had pain all the time, every single day. And I knew it was emotional shit, right? So I went, and this kept coming on my news feed, and Iris kept texting me and was like, I really think you need to go to this. And I had met Iris at convention, and she's related to people here in Atkinson, and she's an amazing person. I absolutely love her hugs. They make me cry, which is phenomenal. But I was like, you guys, I cannot afford it. Like, I cannot go to Lincoln for 2 days for this conference. I'm a single parent. I have 3 jobs. I can't do this for myself, right? And like, seriously, like 3 days before that GEM event, she's like, Shannon, I just feel like the universe is telling me you need to come. And it was like everything on my Facebook was this GEM event, and register now, and what tapping is, and what emotions can do this and this and that. And I was like, holy shit, whatever. Like, so I emailed Joyce, and I was like, I have to take this class. Okay, so I have to come. Here is my money. Well, I didn't even know, you guys, I didn't even know I was in the class, because I was so nervous about it and a mess that I typed my email wrong, and I never even got a verification. And so I had to call Iris, and I was like, Iris, like, do you know if this is your friend, you know Joyce, you stay with her at convention, like, am I supposed to come to Lincoln? Because like, I just don't even know. And she texted, and Joyce messaged me on Messenger. She's like, girl, you're in, but I emailed you. And I was like, okay. I didn't even have a book. Okay, there was not a book for Shannon Kellner at that class. It was crazy. So the universe obviously had my back, and it made me go to GEM. That conference was absolutely mind-blowing, and has ever so changed my life and a lot of my clients' life as well. So that's kind of when I started working on myself and helping other people in a huge way with emotions. Okay, so when we were there the second day, we had to test on we could practice the first day, and we learned all the things, right? And the second day, we actually tested each other to 100% on the issue that we needed to work on the most, right? And mine was my shoulder pain. Okay, I obviously knew it was probably the most important thing that I needed to work on. And it was, I have to tell you, it was a shit show. Holy moly, people. I bawled like you guys, if you were on last week, that was nothing. I bawled like it was an ugly, horrible cry. And there was like nothing that I could do to like make it stop. And Joyce stopped the whole class. She's like, this is perfectly normal. And I was like, the hell, this is normal, woman. Like, I don't cry. I was like, you guys, it was probably 30 years of shit. It was like daddy issues. And if you don't know anything, my mother divorced my father at 2. So that person was not really whatever. So it was intense. And then we had to do some I am statements. And then like the pain went away. And I was like, holy shit. Sorry about the cussing. Apologize. You guys, that pain in my shoulder does not come back in 3 years because I cleared that emotional shit show. And so that was like the day that I was like, first day was deep blue. And I was like, Chrissy, just sign me up. I don't even give a crap because I spent $600 to get rid of this head tension that won't go away since we're on record. Okay. I don't even know, 4 years later, I was like, Joyce, I will sell whatever I need to sell at my house because I will buy your program and I have to do this for a living. This is what I want to do with my life. I have to help people with their emotions. It is incredible, you guys. And so since that day, I have tried to take personal time to myself to help myself. But since then, I have helped people with like head trauma, people with seizures, people with significant pain, teenagers with anger issues that weren't even my own, just so you know. Just tons of different people, tons of people have come to me and they're like, holy cow, like, I did not realize I had that much emotional crap. And you guys, it just stays with us. It doesn't go away. I have a thyroid issue. I don't know if you guys know, anybody else have a thyroid issue? Okay. If you have a thyroid issue, it is the center of your self-acceptance, self-value, and the ability to grow one's life. It means you lack the ability to think positively about yourself. Okay. It's all about like lack of hope, humiliation, overwhelm, feeling of shame, unworthy, and powerlessness. That is what thyroid problems are, okay? That is what your adrenal glands do, okay? There's a ton of oils that help with that. And since I have probably for 4 years, I was taking thyroid medicine forever. And my first convention, I got on LLV, right? My second convention, Lateran was like, I was like, I'm a freaking mess. We come up with an emotional, right? The emotional book. And we made a blend at that point for my shoulder pain. Okay. It was emotional crap. It was shame and tension and humiliation. And we made a blend that significantly helped my shoulder pain at that time. That was way before. That was my second convention. Okay. And since then, I've made a thyroid blend that is extensive, and the emotions connected to this thyroid blend that I use every single day on my throat, my liver, and my feet is intense. And so I cannot express to you putting those oils every single day what it has done to my emotions and my self-development, right? Because I'm going to get rid of that shame. I'm going to get rid of that, increase my self-worth, get rid of the powerlessness. And then obviously the universe, right? The universe is like a huge deal. Just today, let's just talk about today. The tree of life is my image for my logo of my business. Does everybody know what the tree of life represents? Okay, the tree of life represents growth as the tree starts out of a small, delicate sapling and grows over a long time into a giant, strong tree. The tree grows up and outwards, representing how a person grows stronger and increases their knowledge and experiences through their lifetime. It's self-development, right? And so the tree of life is my logo. And I have this huge picture, which I took a picture of it. Maybe I'll give you guys a little imprint of what I did earlier. Huge picture downstairs. And I walked into a coworker's house today, and I invited her, but I don't know if she's on here. She just signed up, you guys. And for 3 years, I have like, you really need doTERRA. Like, so much pain, stuff that I didn't even, she came and visited me last week. So much pain, you guys. It's incredible. And she signed up, and then we had a conversation, and she was like, I just didn't realize. I just absolutely did not realize there was so much to this. So much to this. And I walked in her house today, and do you know how many tree of lives that woman had in her house? And I was like, looking around, and I was like, holy moly. And she's like, I think the universe absolutely made me find you. And I was like, absolutely. Your living room is like a freaking shrine of my life. Like, this is freaking, like, okay, I really like brewed beer. And there is I can't drink anymore because I'm gluten-free. Anyway, she even had like, there's a brewery in Lincoln, Nebraska that has their emblem as the tree of life. And they were like up on this China hutch. And I was like, I need this for my wedding, except I can't drink it anymore. And she's like, well, I know where you can get them. I was like, all right. Anyway, you guys, and just stuff like that happens all the time. Like, you absolutely have to believe. And I had zero belief 10 years ago. I had zero belief 7 years ago. I was like, I don't even need to go to convention because like, I probably make $13 a month with my check that I get. And I still have an absolute little team. I love my team. They're amazing people. But you guys, I just thought about it today. And I have 116 or 120 people on my team. Okay. Thank you. And I don't know if anybody else is on my team. Probably 113 of them I personally enrolled. Okay. And so I only enroll people if I'm trying to be of service to people. If I think about, so I was doing Diamond Club, it did not work out, and that is absolutely fine. But like, if I am at a place where I'm like, oh my gosh, she needs Deep Blue. Oh my gosh, you have to come to my house and do gem. Oh my gosh, I'm doing these parties and this lady has seizures, and I was like, I need to get frankincense in your hand. I need to get wild orange and copaiba in a roller for you. I need you to have these things. And I've enrolled 3 people in a week. Okay. And so like when I change my world and my thought process to be a servant to other people, it absolutely sustains what I want to do, because all I want to do is help people. And from the very, very beginning, that's all I ever wanted to do. So a long time ago, we talked about, and then guys, another thing I do for self-development is every single time Natalie Rigby has a thing you're going to do, right? Like whatever, sail to silver, diamond, whatever, I do it all. I spend the 2160 or whatever it is, because I absolutely need community. My goal in life is to have, like she just put on there the other day, people come to my kitchen, my table gets bigger. I need people, right? And so doing that helps me with my business and helps me figure out different ways to help people and inspire them. So, who has made a dream board? Has everybody made a dream board? Okay, so I have 2. And so probably because I've done the thing like the dream board challenge with her like twice, right? And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. This is my small one. Okay. It's just very, I don't know, categorized. And so I have stuff on here like, well, maybe I might need that anymore. Blue diamond. I mean, why not, right? You gotta dream big. Because if it's not scary, then it's not worth it, right? Okay, so debt paid. I'm a single mother. I have a little bit of debt. Family time. So in the last 10 years since I've been divorced, you guys have almost been divorced for 10 years. I was married for a decade and damn close to being a decade divorced. And so family time has been limited because we just run our butt off, right? And so that's on here. Giving back. I always want to give back. My why is absolutely, see, I should have typed my why on there so that you guys wouldn't have to hear me cry about it. Anyway, college fund, having a savings account. I have a savings, you guys, I have a savings account. I think there's $150 in there. And I just put a savings account in there probably this year because I was like, I have to just have one. I don't even care if there's $5 in the damn thing. I'm gonna have a savings account. So I checked that off of my journal, which I'll discuss that in a minute. And then making a difference in the world. That's all on here. Okay. All right. Now, that's in my office. Okay. This is in my bedroom. And I look at this every single morning, every single time after I take a shower, every single time I go to bed and I do my journaling. This is my really big one that I add to. And it's on like a black board. So it's huge. Okay, so I can add to it and I can even turn it over and make a completely different one on the back. But there is so many things in here that mean so much to me. So, like, can you kind of see this a little bit? Maybe. Well, if I turned it, you probably see it better, but I'm not going to turn it in the middle of the Zoom. So feel amazed again. That's really important to me because, like, I used to get away from life when I was a kid, go up on a haystack in the summer and just sit there and look at the stars. Okay, I live in Nebraska and all you saw was stars and you heard coyotes. Okay, but you knew you were on a haystack, so you were good. You're fine. Okay. Understanding from when I was just a girl, so getting back to that whole anything is possible when you're a little kid, right? Smile goes both ways. Ask just smiling because just like the ripple effect, I saw something on Facebook the other day. It was all these frowny faces, this huge entire screen. There's one smile in the front, and they all were like, he's like, oh crap, because all these people are pissed off around me. And pretty soon, all the faces were smiling, and that is a ripple effect, right? You just have to smile and be kind to people, and then the world's gonna be a better place. This is like my huge staircase from silver, gold, platinum, and obviously diamond. All my travel places. Paradise is personal, so like getting Courtney a horse, all the things I want to do. Too simple. Do you see this really big picture right here? Having food in my refrigerator. That's on here. Okay. The oil life makes a difference. To a new world of freedom is on here. Give your soul some elbow room. That's on here. Just little things that make me, and then like having time, let yourself live, because I'm really suck at like, I'm supposed to be perfect. Can't have fun. You just have to work, like fill your plate. So let yourself live, word of mouth, and service, because service is my deal. So those are my dream boards. Self-development is like, dream boards were like huge and super emotional for me, you guys. Like I cried. I was like, do I really put refrigerator with food on it? I'm like, yeah, I do. Okay, so something that I do absolutely every day, and I just started doing a different one, and you guys can do this in a notebook, or you can get them online, is Rachel Hollis's Start Today Journal, okay? This is absolutely huge for me because I have to do something. I have to have it in front of me. I have to see it. I talked to Crystal the other day. I have to have something in front of me to do it, or it's not going to happen. Okay. And so it's super cute, it's pretty, it's functional, and it's repetitive. That's awesome, Tracy. So the first thing you do is it's daily, right? So today I'm grateful for. So you start your day or you end your day, whatever you want to do, with 5 things you're grateful for. So yesterday, I'll say them out loud. It's absolutely fine. My daughter asked me to go to the river with her. So I had river time with 2 teenage girls. I'm just saying, I accepted and I went. The day off to play catch up and check things off. You ever have a list? You got to check some shit off, right? I got a massage yesterday. Holy cow. It was freaking amazing. Oh my Lanta. Deep Blue. Because got a massage yesterday. Super grateful for Deep Blue. And then we grilled and ate supper on the patio together, all 4 of us in this household. Okay. And I don't know if you know, I do have 2 teenagers. Naya is just enrolled. If you guys don't know, she is going to be a doctor. And she is stuck at home for longer than she wants to be. So she's 18 years old. I have a 18-year-old foster daughter who I'm guardianshipping this next month. And then I have a 17-year-old daughter as well. So, okay. So then the next part of this is 10 dreams I made happen. Okay. So in this journal or this notebook, wherever you want to write it in, you write 10 dreams like they have already occurred. And I cannot even tell you, like I put physical things, like I want to drive this car. I want to have this in my life. I can absolutely picture the house that I'm going to have just because I really want a sanctuary in the backyard and I really want this big porch and I really want like just this feeling in this house. Not necessarily like I want this ginormous house because first of all, I really suck at cleaning. I don't want like a ginormous house. I just want like tranquility, love, comfort, and nothing anxiety that, you know, is a crapshoot. So number 1 on my list is I am a founder 2.0. Obviously, right? The second one is I am the best wife to Tim, which means 2 things, right? I got married and I'm awesome at being a wife, right? So there's kind of 2 in 1. I'm completely debt free. I vacation in Hawaii and Mexico because obviously I got the Mexico trip, right? I have a great relationship with my kids. You guys, do you have teenagers? Every day is a different day with teenage women. I don't even know what happened yesterday. Like I just breathe and drink wine. Okay. Anyway, positivity flows through me. And this has been really difficult. Like as long as I remember, crap has been said to me that was not positive. And you feel this certain way when you were told negative things forever, right? And so negative things happen in your day. And I'm just like, and I grew up this way. Like you had this blow up, everything's horrible. The words that come out of your mouth are negative. You talk bad about yourself. Like, oh my God, like I did not do my hair. I barely had makeup on because I did a 4-mile run or walk. That'd be great. Walk, right? I took a shower so I wasn't a sweaty hot mess. So I don't look perfect. But I was like, you know what? Who cares? Like, right? So positivity flows through me. So instead of like telling me myself like, oh my God, I was late today, you're so stupid. I was like, there might be a reason you were late because maybe there was a train over there, or maybe there was an accident over there, or maybe there was water over the road and somebody went up. Like there's always a reason because the universe made me slow down a minute, right? So that is just kind of how I change things. Instead of, even if I say something negative to myself, or whatever, I talk out loud or in my mind and I change it really fast because if you start doing that, start talking negative, then negative things are going to happen. So if you're really good about self-sabotage or talking bad about yourself or to yourself, you absolutely out loud or in your brain, if you don't want your neighbors to worry about you, switch it up and change it to something positive. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's okay. Which really, really hard for me to know that. And the fact that I feel like that right now is absolutely incredible. At the end of the day, it's okay. It is what it is. Pretty sure I'm going to have that tattoo right after my Tree of Life tattoo, that my new person on my team and I are going to get together. But okay, the next one, I have shared doTERRA with 10,000 people. Okay, that has been on here for a long time. I am an emotionally and physically well. Okay, emotions are a challenge every single day. I'm not even gonna lie. There is days that I don't want to get out of bed. There's days I don't put makeup on. There's days that I'm like, probably didn't pay my bills this month. Like, just shit happens, right? But you have to get up, you have to put your makeup on, you put your pants on, you just get back to work the next day. Okay, so emotionally and physically well. Then there's a money one in here, you guys, and I forgot my mantra. Kenzie, dang it. So I make $1 million annually because I need to put money away so that I cannot work forever, right? And then I'm leaving a legacy for my my kids, not my parents. Anyway, my kids. Well, I guess I can throw them a bone. Anyway, so the last thing on this is I give back to domestic violence and single mamas, okay? I live in a very small town and there is no housing for single parents or low income housing at all, okay? And so that is my goal, that I can absolutely take care of my family, have food in my refrigerator, and build housing in my community and have a scholarship for kids with single parents, okay? So at the bottom of this, the goal I'm going to achieve first is I grow my business by 10,000 people. So obviously I want to hit Blue Diamond. Obviously I want to be a founder. Obviously I want to have the positive things come back to me for the giving heart that I have given to everybody else, right? I would love everybody that I know to have doTERRA and to experience what I have and be able to take control of their life emotionally and physically, just like I have for my kids. doTERRA has changed my family a lot. So I don't want to be selfish. I want to give that, right? Okay, the new thing that I have done is this. I don't even know how long I talked, you guys. I'm sorry. This is the Start Today Planner, okay? And I seriously had to watch the videos that Rachel described to be able to understand what the hell I had to do in this. I absolutely love it because it's daily and then you talk about your week. And the very beginning of it, and you talk about, you do your monthly stuff too. So does everybody know what this is? Okay, this is one thing that I had to do to start the situation. And I wrote everything in the same book. This is one thing that so it's business. This is just business. It is not, it kind of has a little bit of the 5 to Thrive or whatever, and it kind of has like what you do in your day for life. You put that in there, but basically this is like, what do you want in life? And my life goal is, or my goal right now is to grow my business by 10,000 people, right? So she makes it into miles because she's a runner. And this is what it is. So where you are right now and the date you have right here, okay? How many people I had and the date that I started. And then you break it down in 3 miles. So the next step is, what am I gonna do in mile 1 to get to my end goal? I'm gonna teach classes, right? Or talk to people about doTERRA. The next one is, the next mile, mile 2, is what am I gonna have to do to get further in there? And it's gonna be follow up, be consistent in front of people. So that's lives, follow up with people, 3 to 5 people a week, that kind of thing. Like, I have different things in there. And then my end goal, mile 3 is how do you grow your business? But besides talking to people and following up, is you have to enroll them, right? So that's mile 3. And then the end goal is my business grew by 10,000 people. Okay, so that is in here and that is my goal. And then so every day, like it just, I don't know, you do a month and then a week and then a day. So you have all the things you're grateful, you have your gratitude, your 5 to Thrive, an empowering belief. Chin up, girlfriend, you got this, is my empowering belief today. The task for today is gratitude, paperwork, go to Valentine, Rockstar Chat. If I got this done today, make my proud of myself. So basically, you have to inspire yourself and you have to do things to make you happy too, right? So prepare for chat, which I did. Sorry, you missed those pictures and videos. And then work out, and I did. I can put a star by both those today, you guys. What can anticipate you might get off track? Absolutely, it's just going to happen in your day, right? If anybody has kids or has to drive anywhere, something's going to happen in your day. So the first thing, which happened, talk to Amanda. That's going to get you off track because I spent 35 minutes talking about the tree of life, okay, and the tattoo we're going to have next year or whatever. And then being late for work, which got me off my schedule, right? So I got there a little later. I left a little later. Okay, so today I'm grateful for, and I put opportunity for new things before I left today. I had no idea that the environment or the world was going to give me the tree of life at Amanda's living room. So it was intense. Okay. And then I wrote my calendar day, all the stuff I had to do today on here. So that is really awesome. So it starts out with like your month, what you have going on, tasks, and every single day you have a positive, empowering belief. Every single day you have what I'm grateful for. And every single week you have an empowering song that you want to play every single day. Okay, so I absolutely love this, and there's all different things. When Kenzie and I were chatting about self-development, when we had our little noon calls, we had to do a mantra. And I changed my mantra, and I specifically got it down. And so I don't know if everybody has a mantra, but it's everything that every positive thing that I want. Like, I want to live in joy. I want to be positive. I want to embrace God. I want to have a great relationship with my kids. Money finds me everywhere. I help people. I live in joy. Like, all these things. I'm a child of God. Like, it's all through the entire thing, you guys. I read it less than I should because it was in my journal, and then I switched to the other Start Today journal. So I was reading it every single day. But I think the mantra has absolutely inspired me to think about positive things every single day. Okay. And to do better for myself every single day. I'm really good at procrastinating. I'm really good about filling my plate for other people and not doing for myself. For instance, I was laying on the beach yesterday at the river in a swimming suit, soaking up the sun, watching two teenagers play in the river. My mom called me and said, "Hey, can you help me put my refrigerator in my house?" I left that space and I went to help my mom with the refrigerator, and they didn't need me, and I was super frustrated, but it's fine. But just stuff like that, like I will drop whatever I'm doing all the time. So it's really good to get in a routine of, this is why I say all the time too, and I put this in that post that I will share with you guys too. It's really, really personal. And so I'm sorry if it's triggering for anybody when I put that post out there on my thing. But this is kind of how life is in domestic violence. It is like your plane is crashing every single day and the oxygen mask comes down, and you absolutely have to use the oxygen mask first, right? Before helping somebody else. Okay. You cannot help other people without filling your cup first. Okay. You can't feed your kids with empty shelves either, right? But you have to absolutely put the oxygen mask on first. And self-development is absolutely that oxygen mask. Okay. To pour into yourself, to give yourself grace, to know that you're going to be okay so that you can serve other people and take care of your family. Okay. Okay. So we talked about generational emotional mapping, you guys. If you don't know what it is, it's absolutely phenomenal. I have done this online so many times with people all over, not even on Romy's Rockstars. And I've done it without the oils. It absolutely is so much easier and such a more stronger clearing of things if you have the oils, if that person has the oils, but it doesn't mean it can't be done. Okay. So, and you can always test them, and then you can send them a roller afterwards. This is an amazing tool. I do this, I read it, I do it. There's a new version of this. If anybody knows what it is, if you want to put it in the chat or whatever, there's a new version. This is the one I have. Okay. Yes, we can talk anytime you want. Feelings buried never die. You guys, I will be absolutely honest with you. I could not read this book in full. It is a very hard read for me because it triggers a lot of shit. But it's an amazing book, and I use it in GEM. If the emotion is not in the book, I use this for the emotions, okay? So I do keep it with me all the time. I want you, it is a great book, okay? And there is a tool, thank you, Tracy, for putting, yes, that one. There is a tool in here to clear things and to help you with your shit, okay? I use GEM to help myself, and so I don't use the tool in here, but I have learned so much about my kids, so much about myself. My mother was a single mom, right? So there was probably a lot of stuff going on. But when Courtney is probably the most emotionally not nice, straightforward one that is most like me, and that's straight. I don't even know how, we fight a lot. And her emotions are intense, okay? But when I was pregnant with Courtney was the absolutely worst year of my marriage. Absolutely, from start to finish, horrifying, okay? Which most likely is the reason she is the way she is today, right? And the reason that I have tried and trued and used oils like you would not believe. You guys, she came unhinged when she was in kindergarten so much that I was like, I don't even know what thing possessed your little body, and I don't know how to fix it. But holy shit balls, you guys, she was so pissed off at me. She walked to school because I was like, she couldn't wear what she wanted to wear to school. And it was like, she most likely always will win in her courtroom. If you want her to be your lawyer, you should just get on a list right now, because that girl is never going to lose, okay? She was wearing a dress. I live in Nebraska. She was wearing a dress and open-toed sandals. There was 3 foot of snow on the ground, and it was colder than shit. Kindergarten, okay? It was horrible. And she was just like, I'm gonna go to school. And I was like, sit your ass down, and you will be here when I get home, and we're gonna fix this. Like, I can't do this right now. And Naya's like, what is wrong with her? Naya was in 2nd grade, you guys. I just got divorced, okay? But she's like, what is happening to my sister? Something is like, I don't even know who this person is, right? Drop Naya off. Seriously, you guys, the school is 3 blocks away. I took Naya to school because it's freaking winter. Come back, and that little child was halfway to freaking school wearing her sandals. And so I stopped the car, and I was like, get your ass in this car right now. So I got in here, and I made the strongest jetty blend known to man. And I was like, well, either it's gonna make her sleep all day, or it's gonna calm her ass down. Okay? I slathered her. I freaking rubbed that shit all over her belly, her chest, her back, her butt, her freaking feet, everywhere. And I took her to school, and I text the teacher, and I'm like, if she sleeps all day, you're welcome. Okay? She went to Catholic school. Okay? So I was like, the things that were coming out of her mouth could not happen at Catholic school. Just want you to know that. She said when she got home, she did not fall asleep, mind you. She did not sleep. There was like 60 drops of balance in that thing. Not even joking. 10 mil roller. I don't even know if there was coconut oil in there. I was just like, you need to stop the madness. This is crazy. Okay? So anyway, she was like, Mom, it was the craziest feeling I've ever had. It was like something just went inside me and ripped that anger out of me and threw it away. And I was like, kindergarten. She's like, it was just like something just, I was like, you guys, I'm Catholic. And I was like, I know what that was. Just joking. Just joking. Jokes. I probably shouldn't joke about that. Anyway, okay, so that book has taught me a lot of things. I'm not gonna Okay. It has taught me a lot. It's given me a little more insight, a little more clarity, and a little more humbling, don't speak in this moment kind of feeling towards Courtney, because it's hard some days, you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. Where am I at my list? Universe, Dream Board, Inspiration, Gem, Symphony of Cells. I use Symphony of Cells a lot for other people, and obviously it helps me tremendously. There is a lot of really great Symphony of Cells that help so many things, like your thyroid, forgiveness, emotional crap. Okay, so every single oil has an emotional benefit, and so if you find one like my heart oils or magnolia, I absolutely lathered myself with magnolia before I started this. I absolutely love citrus bloom and adaptive together in the diffuser, and I wish I had 17 bottles of citrus bloom, but it absolutely smells amazing. You guys, if you haven't tried it, really try it. I'm a dump and pour kind of diffuser lady, so 2 or 3 drops of each should be fine. And bergamot. I only can obviously smell bergamot in the summertime because I accidentally forgot that it was summer last year, and I absolutely burned my wrist with bergamot, but it's fine. It is my heart oil. I can smell it out of the bottle, and all my anxiety absolutely just goes away. Okay. Okay. So tell me my stuff is still here. And lastly, here it is. Lastly, the thing I do almost every single day is I listen to a book on Audible. You guys, I fall asleep if I read. But if you guys know anybody that has gone through domestic violence or has somebody in their life that's a narcissist, this book has absolutely changed my life. Okay. It's called When Loving Him is Hurting You. And it's not necessarily like get rid of him, he's a horrible person, because there's like ways to help you with your narcissist person. But I was like very insightful. So if you know anybody that has gone through that, my Aunt Linda, 10 years, she just gave this to me, and I've had it for, I don't even know, probably 4 months, 5 months maybe, because I fall asleep when I read. 10 years later, she's like, something just makes me, universe speaking, something that just makes me think that you need this. Because, and I have an extra copy. Do you want, I mean, I don't want to make you take it, but do you want it? And I was like, sure. The bottom says hope and help for women dealing with narcissism and emotional abuse. I think I'll take 4, right? So it's amazing. And I did take a picture of the 10 things, and this is like self-development, you guys. Took a picture, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But there's 10 things for reflection. Be the change you want, okay, is the last part of the book. I'm almost done with it. There's like 8 pages left. I'm super impressed with myself to actually read a full book, okay? I don't even think I read a full book in high school or college. So let's just clap for Shannon. Just joking. Just joking. Thanks. Okay, so being the change you want in self-development, or the end of the shit show, is change yourself, right? The only person you're in control of is yourself and how you react to things. You cannot choose how somebody else is going to react. And I have told my kids over and over and over, one thing I've absolutely learned in the last 2 years about myself and reading this book and all the things I've done is some people just cannot give what you want them to. Okay. And so you absolutely cannot internalize that. You might have an absent parent. Your dad might be not the person you want him to be. You might not have the relationship you might, whatever. So in my kids' situation, let's just proceed to them, because if it's personal, it's a little harder to talk about, right? So their father's not very kind, okay? And Naya Kellner, I don't know if you've seen a picture of her, is almost a spitting image of her mother, okay? Her demeanor, her sarcasm, her voice. This girl right here, we could talk on the phone, you'd be like, can I talk to Shannon? And she'd be like, I'll be like, Okay, you're talking to Shannon. No, this is Naya. Seriously, had an argument with Chris a long time ago because she thought it was me and it was actually his daughter. Anyway, you have to change yourself. Okay, you cannot change anybody else to make yourself feel better. You are in control of you. You are not in control of everything else. You cannot control your environment. My entire life, I've always tried to control everything around me to make it perfect and make it survive because that's what I had to do to survive my day. Okay. So you learn that, and it's super anxious, right? That's where I get my anxiety. If shit goes wrong, the first thing I go to is like, he's going to be mad. Y'all met Tim. He doesn't give two shits, right? Nothing has to be perfect. His tags stick out, and I'm like, oh my God, will you put your tags in? You're driving me crazy. Anyway, I hope he's watching. Forgive and let go. Super difficult, but you have to do it, okay? A long time ago, Karina got in here, long time ago, and she, yeah, I'm talking to you, Miss Karina. To get rid of anger, resentment, hostility. And just so you know, Karina, Tim was like, I told you that like 4 months ago, and because she said it, it's like gospel. I'm like, yep, a woman has to tell me, just saying. Anyway, write the shit down and burn it, right? So we did that in Sail to Silver, Burn Your Boats. Write the negative, horrible, horrific things down. Can only be 3 pages. That letter was 3 pages, front and back. Horrible, vile, very, very specific things. Very, very specific things. I did this, probably 4 years ago. Whenever you, I don't even know, maybe you remember the date that you came on here and talked about it, you put it up here. Okay, 3 pages front and back. I wrote 2 letters. One was to my ex-husband. We'll leave the other one alone. One was to my ex-husband. Very specific, you guys. And it took an entire book of matches to burn that letter. An entire book of matches. It was absolutely incredible. It was paper. 3 pages of paper. I saw him the week later at the gas. I didn't even see him. We were getting gas at the same time. If I heard his pickup, if I could sense him, I could feel that whatever. I knew he was around. I was looking around. It was a crapshoot, right? He spoke to me and his voice was different. I didn't even know it was him. Not even joking. Okay. So that day was like the first day of what my healing journey from that, right? It completely changed my life. So if you have anger or resentment for somebody that's absolutely debilitating to yourself, causing you pain, causing you emotional havoc, you have to get rid of it. Write that shit down as specific as you can and burn it. Burn that boat, okay? Without action, you are not going anywhere, okay? If you have to, what is the new thing? If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, then you freaking crawl, but you have to move forward, okay? Take care of this moment. It is super, super difficult for a single mama or a mother to not be planning and preparing every single moment of your day. You need to live in right now too, okay? It is harder than hell for me because my mother beat that shit into me like you would not believe, okay? So, but it is really good to live in now because you have to, all the stuff that you've done and you planned for that you did yesterday to make today happen, you have to enjoy it sometime, right? Okay. Everyone is human. People make mistakes. But no one's perfect, not even myself. I go through a day and I'm like, oh, that was, darn it, right? Everybody makes mistakes. Persist. In time, as you change, the opposition around you may fade. Certainly, as you grow and become stronger and more resolved, others see and cannot help but respect you and commend you for your changes. So you're going to evolve. You need to persist, even if the people around you don't follow you, right? But the people that need to will be like, holy cow, wow, you look amazing. Or wow, your smile is really unchanged. Yesterday the other day when I posted that picture up, they're like, wow, you had a major glow up. I thought the pictures were opposite. And they weren't. I am 10 years older today in the last picture that I will share than I was, actually more than that. because Courtney was 3 and she is 17 years old. I'm on a Zoom call, you guys. Okay. See the good in other people and help them. The next one is be congruent, be authentic, and be your true self. And this is where it's been really hard for me, you guys. I live in a very small town. Everybody knows me and everybody knows my ex-husband. He is an insurance agent in this town. Okay. And so I had to ask permission to post things that I had to post. I'm on a Zoom call. And so anyway, this is very hard to be that person. So my why has been kept, and I know that's what's holding me back because I cannot say my why. The reason why I want to help people so much, and the reason why I want to help domestic violence, and the reason I use oils like I do, the reason that people are like, holy cow, she is super emotional. Or that one day, did you see her at that game? She chewed his ass like nobody's business, because we have a history, right? But no one knows that history because I was silent for 10 years, okay? So you absolutely have to try your best to be congruent and speak with your heart, and to be authentic, you have to be honest. And to be honest, you have to be honest with yourself first, okay? And then continue and grow and evolve, and just continue all the time. I learn every single day. Every single day I do stuff, every single day. But I absolutely, I have a favorites on Audible. Does everybody have Audible? I love Audible, you guys. I drive a lot for my job. I just do. Or I like to, like I don't really meditate as much as I probably should. I probably should sit in quiet more. But I will sit and I will just listen to a book, and it just calms me. I will listen to a book while I mow. The other day I was listening to a book mowing, and I was bawling because the book was amazing. So I have a couple really, really awesome. Do I have time to tell you my favorites on Audible? I'm so sorry, you guys. Fierce, Free, and Full of Fire was my latest really, really favorite. It is by Jen Hatmaker. Amazing. The Guide to Being Glorious. Okay, she is. Have you ever heard her? She is freaking hilarious. Her sidebars are so funny. She is like in your face. I don't even give a shit. Like her kids, I watched the Rise live thing. I really want to go to Rise sometime. I watched the Rise live, and she came on there. She's like, I gave my kids power tools. Yes, they had saws. I was like, go outside and build shit. I don't even care. We're going to survive this freaking thing. This is coronavirus, right? We're stuck in here for 3 months. No, they are not going to be in front of me. I don't even really like them. Go out and do something. Dig a hole. I was like, oh my God, I love you. Anyway, so Jen Hatmaker, Fierce, Free, Full of Fire. Untamed. I just listened to this like a week ago. Might be a little triggering, but she talked about, it's by Glennon Doyle. It's really personal about her story, but it is totally about female empowerment and totally about how we need to change how we raise our girls. Okay, it's intense. That's the one I was mowing and bawling because I was like, oh, I fucked up. Anyway, just joking. They're living, they're surviving. I've not read that one, but on my list is Own Your Everyday by Jordan Lee Dooley. I'm listening to Judgment Toolbox by Gabrielle Bernstein, and I really like her. She talks about EFT or tapping in this, and it's amazing. I really like it so far. I have 3 hours left, so it was just this trip to Valentine, so just 3 hours today. The book that really changed me a year ago was Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo, and she is amazing. You guys, this is kind of like the universe. And there's another one that's called Universe Has Your Back. But Everything is Figureoutable was like, holy shit. Like, you can really change your thought process, and it's super easy to do, and that book was amazing. Anything by Brene Brown, right? Daring Greatly was amazing. How to Be Vulnerable. Shame is huge for me, so Brene Brown I love her. Take Control of Your Life. That was amazing. How to Silence Fear and Win the Mental Game. Of course, You Are a Badass, right? And then Girl Stop Apologizing and Girl Wash Your Face. there was a lot that resonated with me, you guys. I've had a lot of death in my family. A lot of things happened before I was even out of high school with suicide and that kind of thing. And so just a lot of stuff was like heavy, but really, really awesome. And then Gabriella Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back. So transform your fear to faith was huge. And I totally, and Tim has asked me a lot of times, he's like, why, I don't understand why you don't worry about money. I do absolutely worry about money. But at the end of the day, shit works out. Okay. Just for instance, this month, so one of my jobs, so I have 3 jobs. Okay. I have a full-time job, and I have a very part-time job that can move to how many cases I want to have, like my Valentine, right? And then I have doTERRA right now. I used to have more than that, and I do not bartend anymore because I have doTERRA, right? So my Valentine case, or my cases that I do family support one, I made $100 last month because that's how little I work because of COVID, right? I normally make $700 to $800 from that job. So my full-time job randomly got a stipend. I was like, how am I going to survive? I only got $100 from this 3rd job, right? I got a stipend for $690 today from my full-time job because of COVID. So, right? The universe had my back, right? Okay. I absolutely wholeheartedly believe that shit is just going to have to work out, because I think I don't know. And sometimes I'm like, you did your time, girlfriend. Like, someday stuff is going to have to freaking work out. No, I'm just joking. No, I really wholeheartedly believe that if you just believe, if you build it, they'll come. I love that movie. Oh my God. If you believe, it'll come. Those are my absolutely favorite. And then start with why. Right? I don't know. And I think that we kind of fulfilled our why last year at leadership. I don't even know if you guys have the opportunity to go to leadership. I love convention. I love getting together. Community has been really awesome for self-development because I really don't have family. I don't really have siblings. And so going to convention and getting together with like-minded people and people that have a huge freaking heart would open their house to you, will give you ideas that are not even on your team, will help you, and are passionate about you doing as well as anybody else, right? About you being physically well or emotionally well as anybody else. They're going to absolutely help you. Women don't always do that. So when you go to convention and you go and you're around these people that are so freaking kind, it's super hard, because I was always friends with guys because girls are just freaking drama and I just can't do it, right? They're negative little sissies and I just want to punch them in the face. I'm sorry, I have not met a doTERRA person that I wanted to punch in the face. So I love you all. Just saying, love you all. You're amazing. And it's amazing you learn so much, okay? And it's a week long of fill your cup full of education. Leadership, you guys, I bawled every freaking day. It was intense. I cried openly, and I was like, holy crap. But when you do this and you fill your cup with emotional goodness, like I said, you have to go and you have to do things for yourself and you have to fill your cup. If you guys are silver above, and I know next year we will, because this is just crap. Anyway, if you're able to go to leadership, go to freaking leadership and fill your cup. The emotional warmth and fulfillment that I gained from going and being at leadership was absolutely phenomenal. It's the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. Besides jumping out of a perfectly good airplane with Romy's Rockstars that one day, this was the biggest, most empowering self-development thing that I've ever done, because I absolutely was like, holy shit, this is what I want to do. And oh my gosh, like I've done oils and I've helped people with emotions and I've done pain and I've helped people, so many people that aren't even on my team. And I've taught classes that obviously are like everybody else that people don't enroll, and I've given them and I've shared, what you know, and you've shared your love. But I found my why last year. I've talked a little bit, but whatever, but in the tears of sitting around a table and eating tacos and drinking margaritas, I was like, holy shit, I need to build housing for people that suffer from domestic violence. Like, this is my deal. Like, and I don't have to, you know, Chrissy and I, we all talked about it. And I don't have to talk about specific, but how do you not talk about specific? Like, why do I want to do this? Like, at some point you have to be specific, right? And it's going to hurt some people and it's going to be crap and people are probably mad at me, and it's fine. I don't have really a lot of friends that live here because girls don't really like me. I don't know why. I think I'm a likable person, but it's okay to not, it's okay. I think it'll be okay. So
I like you, Shannon.
thanks, Kenzie. That's it. Like, you have to know your why, and you have to be true to yourself. And if I'm going to be true to myself, that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned in the last 2 years, is to empower. I want to empower women to do better and to live their best lives. And if I want to empower women, I have to live my best life true to myself, right? I work, like I said, I worked in domestic violence. I worked in crisis response with addiction and mental health. And I helped people get out of homes, and I didn't even look in myself. Like, I was sitting there and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I go to your house and I pack your shit up and I protect you and I take you to Bright Horizons and I find you housing. What the hell am I doing? Right? And so that was like a wake up call. I was doing, that's was like pouring out to everybody else, putting myself in danger and making a plan, but I never had a plan for myself. And so, anyway, so that's what I want to do with my life. I actually want to travel and do trips like Haiti. Naya absolutely loved it. I was really worried she was going to bring like 7 kids home when she went to Haiti, you guys. I'm not even joking. She wants to go back annually, and she absolutely knew when she was there. She worked in the clinic for 7 days, 5 days. They saw 1,000 people in 5 days at the clinic. It was a quarter per person if they came with a family and could pick, but teachers brought people. She learned a lot and saw a lot, and she was like, Mom, I was like, and I showed her some stuff. I can't remember the lady that made the bracelets for the diamond that made bracelets for the Haiti and taught them how to let their cycle and stuff like that. She's like, they need that. We need to do that where I went to this mission thing. And so, like, she's already like, we have to go to Haiti every single year. We have to do this. And so I just want to help people. So there you go.
Yes, this was so empowering, Shannon. Woo! I'm going to shut off the recording and let people ask questions if they want.